control program is telling you to stop on the game grip.
Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dawson and I'm just thought I'd have a quick chat and have a talk to you guys about why I retro and what I enjoy about retro gaming and the kind of things which do it for me and why I'm trying to be a part of this community. Well, first off, the main reason is the memories, the things that I remember from growing up and how I'm trying to kind of keep hold of those memories and, in a sense, keep young as well, because obviously you hold on to those memories and they're so good and you get the smiles and the reaction from yourself when you play them. It's absolutely amazing. So my first ever computer, I suppose you'd call it, was the Amstrad CPC 464 with a colour monitor which was the size of a car. It was massive. It took 20 minutes to load a game, 1 second to crash it, but I didn't care. Oh Mummy, Freak Machine, Round on the Ropes, Ron in the Caves, Harry Attack, and it was absolutely amazing. But then, Christmas, this bad boy I got bought for my Christmas present with Alex Kidd in Miracle World, built in, one of my favourites, and one of my girlfriend's favourite games as well. And it's the memories of playing that and cheap game stuck and not being able to save it, so playing it for hours and hours and hours until we got to that stage where, do you know what, I just can't do it anymore, and you might move on to the next game. And just a couple of games, well, one game which I absolutely lived on there was when this bad boy came onto it as well. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, an absolute beast of a game on this system. Yeah, it's probably not, well, it's not up to the Mega Drive standard, but absolutely brilliant. And then from that, obviously moving on to the other 8-bit console, one of my favourite games on that. Oh, a bit too shiny, there we go. Of course, the Legend of Zelda games, and that one, obviously Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Not the best one, but main memories for me on that one. And then going from there, and it's like, I remember buying myself my very first console, which was a Super Nintendo, and I went down to like an exchange shop and swapped, unfortunately, at the time, my consoles and the games to move on to the Super Nintendo, which these were the kind of games I was on there. I had played games like Striker, obviously the Mario games, but things like Super WrestleMania, Super Royal Rumble as well, absolutely fantastic. And I remember the day of just going down and getting it and walking back up with the box. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get home. And that's another reason. It's like, now, like when the PlayStation 3 came out, or the Xbox or the PlayStation 4, I really wasn't that bothered because the games didn't really scream to me at all, and I'd rather wait till it was kind of solidified on what they were going to do and what games they were going to do. Retro games, there's thousands for each console, and you know, things like this one for the Mega Drive, absolutely, like World of Illusion and Castle of Illusion as well. Just hours and hours of fantastic gameplay, great music, and you can just have loads and loads of fun. Then it was kind of that first blockbuster kind of console release. So that was, for me anyway, the PlayStation 1. My God, moving over from cartridges through to the CD, it was big deal. And then when they started chucking out games like Marvel vs. Capcom from the arcade, and it was a fantastic port. And then your platform games as well. Oh, sorry, glare. Rayman, which is still one of my favourite games, and I can't. Do you know what? I'm going to put that on again later. Can't wait to play that. And then how things started to progress so quickly with the games. They started to get 3D and into so much depth. And then consoles came out like the Saturn, which I still hammer this to this day. Brilliant arcade port, great fun in 2-player, and nothing's come close to that kind of experience for me on racing games at all. Then like the gameplay started to get a lot deeper when you moved over to the newer consoles. That was the GameCube with Metroid Prime, which I know a lot of people were really into being the first person shooter, but it is a stunning game and it still gives me those feelings I can remember of buying it on release day. And obviously the console which I collect the most, the PlayStation 2, which gives me the most memories of staying up all night and playing games and trying to get it all completed and trying to fill memory cards up, taking around friends' houses with games like SSX Tricky, which is still brilliant to this day. And then groundbreaking games like God of War and things like, I used to love like the SimCity updates and theme park updates. So it's that feeling, that experience of these games, the noise, the sound, how they play, the simplistic controllers, which are still some of my favourites to this day. and it's just, as I say, that buzz, that feeling. And I still, to this day, every day I will play a retro game of some kind, whether it's NES, SNES, Master System, Mega Drive, PlayStation 2, even Xbox One, with games on there which I still love, like Time Splitters, and of course Fable as well, which I've only recently got into thanks to my girlfriend. But it's all those games and all those feelings, I just don't seem to get those from the modern consoles. Don't get me wrong, I love playing the modern consoles. I love the new FIFA, I love the new Grand Theft Auto. One of my favourite games, which I play with my girlfriend all the time, Castlevania, Lord of Shadows. Can't wait for the second one to come out. But I just still don't get that kind of addiction of what I did on the older games. Like, for example, Legend of Zelda, A Link's Awakening, Link to the Past. They're just absolutely breathtaking games. Anyway, I don't want to carry on any longer. I wanted this video to be nice and short. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't mind, click subscribe if you like the channel. Smack me a thumbs up or a like, and leave some comments of why you get into gaming. What are your favourite retro games? And I will speak to you very soon.